Hey guys, this is Blueview back here with another video, and today we are going to be watching The Lighthouse, one of my most anticipated movies of 2020. Obviously it got a 2019 US release, but 2020 in the UK. But yeah, The Lighthouse, starring Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, directed by Robert Eggers, director of The Witch, an A24 movie. It's got all the building blocks to be one of my favourite movies, but I'm not a huge horror fan, but I am so excited for this one. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and watch The Lighthouse, and I'll probably come back and review the film for you. So yeah, guys, let's go to the cinema and watch The Lighthouse. So guys, I have finally watched The Lighthouse. This is actually one of my most anticipated movies of this year. Obviously, it got a really, I think it got an October US release date, and then for some reason we get it like really late January. But yeah, I'm happy we got it, I guess. So yeah, The Lighthouse was directed by Robert Eggers, the director of actually The Witch, which is another horror movie I've heard great things about, but I'm definitely going to check out since I've now watched The Lighthouse. But yeah, and now I'm going to get into my spoiler-free review. So if you've not watched the film, you can watch this review in peace, knowing I'm not going to spoil anything about the movie. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to start off with what I loved about The Lighthouse. And honestly, I'm going to be frank, I loved everything about this movie. This movie is just, it's so incredible. I can't get over it. It's 2 days since I watched it, and I still want to know so much. I still am eager to know so much. But yeah, I have to credit, Robert Eggers for his direction. It is just incredible. I don't know why he's not in a mental asylum. I mean, to come up with this movie, you have to be a bit mental, because it is just crazy. And I'm happy he's not in a mental asylum, because he's made one of my favourite movies of all time, The Lighthouse. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I thought I'd be saying Parasite was one of my favourite movies of all time. I like Parasite, but yeah, this film was mad. It was a ride, and I just can't get over it. I have to touch upon the cinematography, the black and white. If this movie wouldn't work in colour, I mean, it would, but the black and white enhanced it so much. The camera work, the acting. I mean, Robert Pattinson was great and all. I love Robert Pattinson. He is really developing into being one of my favourite actors, since he's just taken on so many great roles. Cannot wait to see him in the Batman film. But Willem Dafoe, how did he not win Best Supporting Actor? I cannot believe that he was miles better than Brad Pitt. He was honestly incredible, and I don't know how he's not won an Oscar. I know he got nominated for At Eternity's Gate, The Florida Project. This should have been his Oscar right here. I love Brad Pitt, and you saw my Oscar action video. I was happy Brad Pitt won because I thought he deserved it, but no, he didn't. He did not deserve it. Willem Dafoe deserved it for this performance. He was incredible. Just everything about him suited this role perfectly. He's got that really distinct voice. He's got that distinct look about him. Whenever you see Willem Dafoe, or if you see his shadow, you know it's Willem Dafoe. But it's crazy, this man. His acting sort of variety. He's been Green Goblin and Spider-Man. He's been in American Psycho. He's been in, obviously, The Lighthouse, Florida Project, At Eternity's Gate. This man's range is incredible. Obviously, Platoon as well. His range is incredible, and honestly, he could even be one of my favourite actors as well now after watching this movie. I've never really appreciated him enough, and I think a lot of people see him as kind of not being a serious actor for his role in Green Goblin, since most people have only seen him in Green Goblin. Most people haven't seen The Florida Project, haven't seen At Eternity's Gate, haven't seen The Lighthouse. But definitely, honestly, one of the best performances I've ever seen from someone in Willem Dafoe. He was perfect for the role, but I'm not brushing over Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson was amazing as usual, but I do think Robert Pattinson has given better performances. I just don't think Willem Dafoe has. I honestly think maybe without Pattinson, another actor, the film still could have worked. But I honestly think without Dafoe, the film just wouldn't have worked. But yeah, wish it won Best Cinematography, because the cinematography was beautiful. The score was amazing. There wasn't much music. It was more just the use of really sort of like, sort of big noises. But I thought it was amazing. The film just once you've watched it, you can't unsee it. A lot of movies are forgettable. A lot of horror movies now are forgettable. You know, you've got the crap horror movies coming out. You've got, you know, this year we've already had The Grudge, which is already, you know, gone. Apparently that was really bad. We've got The Boy 2, which I'm hearing terrible things about. We've got a handload of other terrible horror movies coming out. And even the mainstream horror movies really aren't delivering. I mean, personally, I've not watched It Chapter 2, but for the most part, I've heard it wasn't pretty bad, but it didn't deliver. The Pet Sematary remake was decent, but it wasn't amazing. But this is what I want. This is the horror I want. A24 horror for me at the moment is the best horror. Like Midsummer, Hereditary. I really need to watch The Witch, and now The Lighthouse. They're just amazing movies, and this is honestly now one of my favourite movies. I think upon rewatch, it could even make its way into my top 10 of all time. It's one of the most perfect films I've ever seen. If I had one flaw with it, it would probably be that I didn't understand some of what William Dafoe was saying, what his character was saying. But yes, wow. I can understand why people don't like it. I really can. But for me personally, the film worked. Every aspect of it worked. And I honestly felt like I was going crazy during it. It honestly, after I felt like I was a bit mental. But yeah, Lighthouse, absolutely incredible. Please go and watch this movie. I literally can't really talk about the film because whatever I say about the plot is going to be a spoiler since the trailer's literally revealed nothing. All I'm going to say is the plot is basically two men are on an island together and you can envisage what's going to happen. But I think the connotations it had to Greek mythology I thought were amazing. I actually have watched a few videos on it, but I think the links it has to Greek mythology are amazing. I mean, it's got maybe some links to religion as well. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what happened in this movie. I don't really understand loads of it, but I still think it's one of my favourite movies. I think that is intentional from Robert Eggers. Honestly, I think he doesn't want you to understand all of it. So everyone has a different opinion on what happened, and I think that is great, and that's what more films should do rather than give you a set ending. The ending should be open. The ending should be open to loads of stuff. You know, like the Joker, that ending was open. You know, you can interpret that ending for yourself. It's ambiguous, but this film is so ambiguous. Just everything about it was perfect, and I am just starstruck by it. It's 2 days after watching it, and I'm still thinking about it. And you know, it's a good film when you're still thinking about it. You know, 2 days after it, I'm definitely going to be getting that HMV exclusive for this movie since it looks beautiful. And yeah. Please give The Lighthouse a go. You may not like it, but it's an experience. Try and get to it at the cinema. And if you can't, when you do eventually buy it on Blu-ray, watch this one in the dark, maybe on your own if you want to, because this film will scare you. And yeah, what a movie. For my rating for this film, out of 100, I'm going to give The Lighthouse 95. 95 out of 100. Very high score, I know. I don't give movies over 90 very easily. I mean, some of my favourite movies from last year, I mean, The Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, were really the only movies I give over 90. I think Knives Out's probably like an 88, and then they go down from there. But yeah, The Lighthouse, it's a messed up movie. You can't guess what's going to happen. Every single scene, you're just craving what's going to happen, and the acting, it's just, I could say this is the perfect movie. I really did think it was going to be the other way around. I thought I would love Parasite. It would be one of my favourite movies. And I hated, and I'm not hated, and I wasn't too keen, well, I wasn't, you know, overwhelmed by The Lighthouse. It's the other way around. You know, these were the two movies I was so looking forward to this half-term break. And obviously 1917 as well, which I'm going to watch tomorrow. But it's the other way around. You know, Parasite was the film I felt underwhelmed by. I still liked it, as you saw in my review. And The Lighthouse, I am extremely overwhelmed by. This is maybe even one of my favourite movies. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. But upon rewatch, it could eventually make its way into my top 10 of all time. So that is my review of The Lighthouse. I honestly didn't know what to say during it. I'd probably been a really bad review. But thanks for watching. Leave a like. Also subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you in the next video.